Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about my most anticipated reads of 2024. Let's get into her, okay? Now, as you can see, your girl got a new haircut. I feel like the cut is very low. Probably should have explained to her the barbers, but whatever. I'm going for my birthday dinner later on this evening, so I am super excited. I feel like my eyebrows are very thick. I don't know. I'm just feeling a little bit, just a tinted bit insecure, or what is it? You know when you do your makeup and you're like, it's shit, it's horrible, blah, 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 blah. And then you get there, you're like, oh, oh, oh. But let's go into this check-in. Guys, I'm really enjoying the comments and the support so far. So thank you so much for coming through. Thank you for your subscriptions. Like, absolutely in love with you guys. And I've been seeing my subscription count go up and up. So thank you for your support. And if you are new here, make sure to comment, like, subscribe. And check out my Patreon for more exclusive content. I do write-ups on different books, such as the gender dynamics of In Things Fall Apart, and I also do write-ups. I read On the Trees in January, and in February, this month actually. No, I read it in January. What am I talking about? Sorry. I also did a write-up on sexuality and gender in that book. I also did a write-up on the situationship. So essentially, I just do different write-ups on books that inspire me. So make sure to check out my Patreon. I also have a virtual book club, so come through. Okay? We're gonna have some fun. Period. Okay, I was wondering why it was so dark. I was like, why is the light not lighting? Sorry, I've just increased the light to come in. So I have my little list here. I'm sure you can barely see that, of books. Some of them I already have proof copies for, but we're going to go through them one by one. First on the list is Lagos Wife by Vanessa Walters. So far, I've heard good things about this, especially on social media. I love the cover, and I also have a proof copy here. Here's my proof copy. She's battered and bruised. Mind your business. You don't need to know how I got her. Anyway, it follows a woman who has a perfect life, and I think something happens to her while she's in Lagos, and her auntie has to leave the UK to come and like find out where's my niece. And essentially, as the auntie does the investigation, you know, there's certain things about her life that's also revealed. Now, allegedly, there's also going to be some sort of adaptation, either movie or limited series TV show, so I'm excited so far. And she has a comment from Bernadine Evaristo. I feel like Bernadine Evaristo, Afua Hirsch, Diane Evans, those are some, like Kerry Washington, those are some big names in industry. So if you can get comments from them, you know, so far it's looking good for you. So I'm super excited to read this. I think this came out this month. I'm a bit late with this video, but I'm going to read this, see how I feel about it, and then get myself a copy. So yeah, that's the first one. The next one is Manny and the Baby. Thank you so much to Scribner, I think is the name of the publisher. They emailed me asking me if I wanted a proof, and I said yes, yes, yes. Also came with this little thing as well. She also wrote a note on it. Girl, your writing is she's cursive, okay? This is the shit they were teaching us in primary school. Hi Liza, I hope you enjoy reading Manny and the Baby. Lots of love. Well, no, actually, is it wishes? She just said something. She signed the book. Not her. She signed. Whoever sent it to me signed the piece of paper. And this is my proof copy, and it's about what, 250 pages. I love a 250-page book. Okay, that's the one thing I love. So let's get into it. I think there's two parts of it. There's one following Manny, who comes to London from Jamaica, I think, to do jazz music, and there's something along the lines of that. It's giving Harlem a renaissance, you know, energy. And then there's a second part where is his son, which I think is the baby, and he starts to find out things about his father's life. Now, I'm not sure if Manny is his father or if it's somebody he knew, but he starts to basically delve into the history of his family's background and finding out what's going on. So it's jazz, London, and what it means to be Black British. So this is definitely very interesting. They also have a very big campaign with Dark Matter, so I'm excited to see that as well. So Vereza has written for Galdem, The Good Immigrant, Days, New Statesman, Metro, Vice. She's done radio, and she was shortlisted for the Forthright Prize. I think that's the Fourth Estate Writing Prize, so that's good. Her pulsating debut novel, Manny and the Baby, will appeal to small readers. So if you like Fire Rush, Small Island, you will like Manny and the Baby. So I'm excited to read this. I'm excited to get into it. And again, shout out to Scribner for sending me the proof copy. Thank you very much. Next is Tia Williams, A Love Song for Ricky Wilde. I'm excited to get into this. I've seen so many good reviews so far. I think this came out this month as well. And I read 7 Days in June, and I am absolutely excited for this. So I'm going to read the back a little bit. Set in the backdrop of the modern Harlem and 1920s decadence, A Love Song for Ricky Wilde is a swoon-worthy love story of two passionate artists drawn to the magic, romance, and opportunity of New York. Oh, this sounds juicy. This sounds juicy. Harlem Renaissance is full of mess. So I'm excited. On the list is Zalika Reed Banter's River Mama. Follows a girl who I think this is YA slash new adult, but I think it's leaning more YA, and it's based on Jamaican folklore of like the mermaids, water spirits. And it's funny because even in Nigeria we say mami water. Interesting. So basically this one is based on I think it's a young girl, and a young girl, and a deity gives her the task of finding her comb within 24 hours, and basically she has to go look for it. So it's fantasy. This was sent to me a while ago. It was sent to me last year, but I've had just so much to do. I just haven't been able to pick it up just yet. But I'm going to be reading it in the month of March. I'm going to do my March TBR for y'all. Okay. But yeah, I'm very excited for that because I really enjoyed Frying Plantain, and I just love anything Afro-diasporan like folklore. I'm going to be there, period. So I'm excited for that. My next one that I'm excited for is Blessings. I read this on NetGalley and I really enjoyed it. It seems it's I think it's about 250 pages, but on digitally I can't tell what's going on. But yeah, no, it was really nice, and I'm excited to actually read it again with the physical copy. Now, I know it's supposed to be anticipated and things you haven't read, but this was on my anticipated list. I just ended up reading it. Essentially, it kind of follows the narrative, kind of stream of consciousness method of talking about the LGBTQ issues in Nigeria, specifically from a Igbo and male perspective. So his father kind of catches him in the act and he's sent off to a seminary, and it kind of just follows his life as into adulthood and him trying to find his place in a society that is not accepting of queer people. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. It's funny because I hope you guys do too. I don't know what's going on with me today, guys. It's funny because I did film a video about my anticipated read. I didn't like it, and I think I ended up accidentally deleting it. Instead of me to come back and watch it when I was in a good mood, I ended up accidentally deleting it. And now I have to film this again, but I've actually read one of them. But yeah, I really enjoyed Blessings. I gave it a 4 out of 5 on NetGalley. I'm hoping to get a physical copy and actually read it again, because I feel like reading it in your hand is a very different experience to reading it in a Kindle, but that's just me. Next on the list is This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. You guys know I read Before I Let Go last month. Chef's kiss. And I'm not gonna lie, as I was reading it, I did have a sense that Soledad's story will be next, because we just got a lot in Soledad's life and we didn't really get that much of Hendrix. This Could Be Us essentially focuses on Soledad and her experiences with her husband. Now, I would advise you to read the first book just before this one comes out, and I think this one comes out at the beginning of March. So read Before I Let Go before you get into this. And I've also watched, I've forgotten her name, is it Shawana? I'm gonna post a screenshot of the video and her link in my bio, but I watched her reading vlog of This Could Be Us. Well, I didn't really watch it, to be honest. I put it on in the background while I was doing my makeup and I looked over at it a couple times. But honestly, I really love her reading vlog of it, so I'm excited. Like, it's getting me hyped up, because it's literally when I catch you, Ricky, when that book is in my hands, you guys can't tell me anything, okay? Watch when I come out 4 videos talking about the same book. What's up? What are you gonna do? Period. So I'm very excited for that, because those who know, like, Kennedy Ryan, if you like, I'm a literary fit girly, so I'm not with the whole love romance shit, but if you like literary fiction, you will love Kennedy Ryan's books, specifically the Skyland series and Real. From what I've heard, Hoop and the rest is like what's it called? It's a bit smutty, you know. I mean, I love a little bit. I don't care. I love it. So yeah, I'm excited, basically, if you can't tell. Next one is, I'm not sure if it's The Principal Moments or The Principle of Moments, but one of the two. It's a sci-fi book, and I'm really excited because black sci-fi, look at, I'll post a pic. If you look at the cover, what? It follows 2 different stories. It follows sci-fi, time traveling, and 2 different timelines, and then they meet. So I'm very excited, because once I heard all these kind of things, I'm like, This is sounding delicious. So we're gonna get into her. So it's actually called The Principle of Moments. I've just got my phone Googling it, and it says a century-spanning space fantasy novel that would take you on a whirlwind of adventure from the Regency era love affair between a time traveler and a prince awaiting for him in the past to a rescue mission in the 60th century where a girl desperately races against time as she searches for the sister the emperor stole. So this sounds good so far. Now, as you guys know, I'm not a fantasy girl, okay? I'm struggling. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put my hands up and be honest. It's a struggle for me. But okay, we are gonna try. We're gonna make it through. We're gonna make it work, okay? Because when I saw the cover, when I saw the names of the characters, I said, yeah, let's go right now. So I'm excited for that. And I think this is the last one. It's called For Such a Time as This. It's a short story anthology that kind of follows the theme of friendship, love, heartbreak, and what it means to be black and British. Now, I'm going to double check because this is what I'm going with off the top of my head. So it says, Shani Akila's stunning collection brings to life the stories of black British Londoners as they explore friendship, romance, community, and independence. Exactly what I said, period. Trust yourself, guys. Believe in yourself. Search for the hero inside yourself. Anyway, so I'm super excited for that. Now, this list is short because, as you guys know, I'm a literary fit girly. I'm not, it takes a lot for me to like a book. Ah, there's one more. There was one more. Little Rock by Kwekwe Emezi. I have no idea what is in that book or what's going on. Let's talk about it now, actually. Okay, so Little Rock, I think it follows the stories of two sex workers and I think and other people, where it's a whirling journey through the city's dark side told through the eyes of 5 people, each determined to run from twisted powers out to destroy them. So there's 2 sex workers, there's some random guy that goes to a party, I think, hosted by his best friend. And it deals with power, sexual violence, murder, betrayals. I don't care what it deals with, but so far as Emezi's name is on there, I'm gonna read it. I'm going to read it. Sorry guys, my makeup is yeah. So I'm very excited. So those are the books I'm most anticipated to read this year. As I said before, I'm a literary fit girl. It's unless it takes a lot for me to like a lot of the YA releases that are coming out, they just they're not for me. They're not really my bag. They don't really know what I'm interested in. But these are my anticipated releases. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, check out my Patreon, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. Thanks.